right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. Rented a little pool party thing for the weekend just to get out of the city a little bit. Anyways, I wanted to talk about three biggest mistakes people are making when starting their very first online business. And it's actually quite crucial to stay away from these mistakes. I see so many people doing it, and I see so many people messaging me with the wrong way to do things, and it's just a waste of your time. So if you want to build your own freedom business the right way, in a way where it saves you time, where it saves you energy, where it saves you money, then pay attention now. Let's get started. So the first big mistake that a lot of people are doing is they try to start with a physical product, all right? The issue with the physical product is it takes a lot of money. You have to have some prior investment, right? And many people try to do drop shipping or whatnot, and I don't recommend that to get started, because at the end of the day, you're gonna sit on a lot of personal investment to have to source that product, and then it's very, very difficult. So what I would actually recommend instead is selling your expertise, right? Anything that you're good at, anything that you know already, any challenge that you've overcome. Favorite DJ, by the way, good stuff. And yes, if you sell your own expertise, for example, with online coaching or online service providing, then you have no initial investment that you need, right? You can literally start, right? The only thing that it costs you is a little bit of your own time in the beginning, and then later on you can scale it very much as well, right? The second big mistake that a lot of people are doing, and this is something that I was guilty of for a very, very long time, that is that they try to be perfect, right? They have this perfectionism. They try to be perfect. They're trying to get started in the perfect way. They are waiting until they're ready. They're waiting until everything, all the stars are aligned and whatnot, and the butterflies are flying around and the birds are chirping in the morning. And that's like, I mean, I'm shooting this on my phone, on my goddamn iPhone. This is not perfect either. It's shaky, and you know, I'm not the best public speaker at this. It's literally just an amateur video, but at the end of the day, I started, right? Just like I thought, hey, I just want to shoot this video real quick. This is what you have to do in a macro sense when you want to start with your own business. You simply just say, hey, how can I get started? What's the fastest way? And then you learn as you go, right? Learning by doing, and don't be too afraid of making a couple mistakes. Don't be too afraid of feeling a little uncomfortable in the beginning. I mean, my very, very first business, the first business that allowed me to make multiple seven figures over a course of a couple of years, was dating advice and relationship advice. And there, it's never perfect either, right? Imagine you want to talk to someone that you find attractive. You're probably not going to be perfect either. You're probably going to stumble a little bit, a little nervous, right? If you're anything like me. So at the end of the day, don't try to be perfectionistic. Don't try to do everything perfectly. Just get started and do it, because I feel like perfectionism is this sweet talked thing that a lot of people say, well, I'm a perfectionist and I want to do everything perfectly. But in the end of the day, it's just an excuse. It's a fancy excuse. It's a fancy name for a very, very bad excuse that keeps you from getting started. So I would definitely try to stay away from that as much as possible. The other thing, the third biggest mistake that I see a lot of people doing out there, is they try to figure it out themselves. They try to figure it out alone. And that's a really dumb idea, if I may say so. Imagine the following. Imagine you want to learn Kung Fu, right? Or some sort of martial art, right? Are you going to learn Kung Fu from literally just watching YouTube videos, and then you're sitting out there in your garden and you're going to do I saw Bruce Lee. Hey, I'm trying to shoot a video. Are you like, I saw Bruce Lee doing these moves. Can I do these also in my garden? Like, everybody would think you're an idiot. Everybody would think you're a fool. So at the end of the day, yet a lot of people try to build their own businesses by themselves, and it wastes them a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it costs them a lot of worry, to be quite frank. So don't do that. There's a lot of mentors out there that know what they're doing, that have done it so far already. And I literally talked about this earlier with a friend of mine. We were sitting over there, and I said it's so good because I get to live a life full of freedom. I get to live a life where I work from home, I work from wherever I want, I could travel the world. And that is because I've also had mentors. I've had mentors who built the same kind of businesses or similar businesses before me, and they've made all the mistakes that I didn't have to make, right? And it didn't cost me any issues. It didn't cost me any worries. It didn't cost me any time. I simply executed the exact things that my mentors told me to do. And at the end of the day, I mean, right now I get to live a life where I can just do whatever I want, and in any important aspect in my life, I simply go ahead and I get a mentor, be it for business, to scale my business from multiple seven figures to multiple eight figures. But at the same time, I also have a mentor for fitness, for spirituality, for meditation, all these things. Anything that is important for me, I get a mentor, because I don't want to figure these things out myself. I simply pay someone to figure things out for me, and then I just execute, right? So these are the 3 biggest mistakes that most people do when building their own business. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you one bonus mistake, and that is, don't procrastinate. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. Let me phrase it positively. One last bonus piece of advice, and that is, get started, make a decision. At the end of the day, life is about the decisions that you make. The life I get to live right now, where I'm literally just eternally grateful every night before I go to bed. I just think about how grateful I am for the people in my life, for the opportunities in my life, and for the fact that I get to be free and, you know, do what I want, and I don't have to worry about getting fired and so on and so forth. It's all because of the decisions that I've made. And the situation that you're in right now is because of your decisions. And I know a lot of times unfair things happen to you, and a lot of times things happen to you without you having anything to do with that. But it's the way we react to these things. It's the way we close ourselves off or open ourselves up to the lessons of these things that allow us to thrive, that allow us to get to live life on our own terms. So you might be in the situation that you're in right now. Maybe you're not 100% happy because of things that happened to you, but the situation that you're in a year from now, 5 months from now, 5 years from now, is gonna be the very result of the decisions that you're making right now. And I wanna do you a favor. I wanna do you a favor for this. This is kind of like a little bit of a giving back here, because I wouldn't be where I am right now without people watching my YouTube stuff, without people watching my ads, if you will, without my clients, without my mentors, and so on and so forth. And because I'm just so eternally grateful for this, because I love life and I enjoy it to its fullest, I put a link down in the description below, and that link can actually bring you to booking a free consulting call, either with me directly or with one of my experts. And on that free consulting call, we can tell you how exactly you can get started with your own freedom business as an online coach or as an online service provider. You do not need to have any prior business experience. Out of the hundreds of clients that we've helped to get to their first 4 to 5 figures a month, sometimes even 6 figures a month, very few of them actually had their own business experiences before that. So you don't need to have any prior business experience. If you already know what it is that you want to be offering people, that's great, we can help you out. But even if for the off chance where you say, I have no idea how to get started or what I could offer people, book that free consulting call, because we can literally help you out. We can analyze your strengths, we can tell you what exact model fits well for you, and we can get you started. It really is that simple. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit. There you go. So at the end of the day, if you want to become free, and if you want to know how to get started literally from scratch, we're primarily focused on beginners and intermediate people to get to their first 4 to 5 figures a month, right? And if you say you want to build your own freedom business, you click that link down in the description below, or the link that appears somewhere here right now. I'm not exactly sure where we put the link, and you can book a free consulting call. What it does is that link brings you to a page, and at the bottom of that page, you read through the page because there's some important information for you to get started. And at the bottom of that page, you fill out the application. It takes you 2 minutes to fill it out. Then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Call us entirely for free, no hidden international costs whatsoever. It's just an easy way, a simple way, basically the simplest way that I can give you to get started. So yeah, maybe talk to you very, very soon. I'd be excited about that. Thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate the hell out of that. Talk soon. Bye-bye.